Check it out.
Escape reality with Matt Z.
Well, Dak, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
Anyways, though, we are live on Off the Dome. I'm here with Cober and Jake. Everybody knows Jake. Jake's a regular on this podcast at this point.
Hello.
New to this podcast series, Joshua Cober is in the motherfucking building, bitch. Woo, woo.
Joshua Michael Cober. His middle name is Michael.
Michael.
Yep. Guess how it's spelled, though. Tell
Let's hear it.
Mikel.
Are you adopted?
No, that's actually my dad's name.
Who spells Michael with a K?
No.
I don't know.
That's what I was saying. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Really?
Yo, that's redonkulous.
I mean, like, think about this, okay? So, you spell bike. How do you spell bike?
Uh-oh.
B-I-K-E.
Bike's not a name.
No, but it's the pronunciation of the word.
Okay, yeah, but
it's a bike, right?
Oh, fuck, man. That's going to fuck
Mike,
my head already.
right?
It's
Michael.
been a minute in. Okay, Mike. Yeah, it's like
no.
Bike.
No.
But okay, to counter argument that bike is spelled with a K, but it's short for bicycle. Is there a K in bicycle?
No, but I'm just saying, like, the
Okay, wait.
shortened part of the word. You got what I'm saying here.
I see what you mean, man, but I don't know. I don't understand the English language, and this has actually come up in my life a lot lately, where I actually do not understand English very well. Because I've been playing Wordle. Do you guys know what Wordle is?
My dad actually showed me that game the other day.
Banging game. So it's a game where you have 5 letters. So you have to guess a 5-letter word, and then you have 6 opportunities to do it. And it shows you which words you guessed right in the right place, and it also shows you which words are in the word but in the wrong spot. And it's this very addicting game, and you'll be stuck on this like row 3 or 4. And you'll be trying to analyze it and just figure out what the next word is, because you're only down to like 2 options, because you can't repeat the words. Once you put a word and then it doesn't actually like exist in the word that you're trying to guess, it just like wipes it out, so you can't really put it in anymore. But you'll just be sitting there, man, and I'll realize I do not understand the English alphabet or English language. It's fucked.
It's a combination of a lot of things, man. It's Latin. It can be Greek. It could be a lot of different things in English language. But let me tell you one thing that is not in the English language, and that is the word Michael. The way it is spelled in the middle of his name. I've never seen it in my life.
It is not a word. It is a name. There's a difference.
Same. Word's a name. Name's
No,
a
it's
word.
not.
I agree with that. Words and
What
names.
else would it be?
Are you serious?
A
No,
letter.
Okay,
wait.
what would Michael stand for then? What, if you looked up Michael in the dictionary, is a name a word?
Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Is it in the dictionary? Is Michael in the
It's
dictionary?
just a different type of word. You just can't define it by a thing itself, because it's a name, right? It's a name of something, but it's still a word. Of course it is. A letter is a letter.
I mean, like, names have their own origin, but it's not necessarily.
But do you need a definition
quote-unquote
tied to the actual specific arrangements of letters for it to be a word?
Number is also a word, right? But they don't have, the definition is that it is 1. The definition of Jason is that it is Jason, right? It is his own definition, if that's what you're looking for.
I guess you
It is,
put
it
it
is,
that
a,
way.
it is a word itself. You don't need to. That's how you define it. All right. It is a word. Anyways, but Michael is not a real name. That's what we're getting down right now. All right. That is the bottom line in this podcast, is that he spelled his middle name incorrectly.
Just go ahead and tell the world that my name ain't real.
Now you know. Anyways, I
Our
want to
whole
hear
life's a facade at this point now.
I want to hear about the story of you almost dying. You're saving it for me.
Oh man, where do I begin?
Oh, boys, we had cheers first,
So-
though.
Oh,
We went down it.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers, gentlemen,
Cheers,
to
everyone.
another episode.
Cheers, everyone.
Anyways,
Cheers.
continue your conversation, your story.
Yes. Tell us about how you were alive today. So.
okay. So, as for you guys, per quote, I work at Lafarge, right? And
Fart?
Lafarge, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Yo, I can't even lie. I've had some moments in the last like 3 weeks where it smells like someone's dead coming out of me.
Yeah.
Like I'll be taking a shit, and like something died in me. I swear to God.
Like you're saying the fart is so
No.
bad that you don't even like the smell
Nah,
of it.
well the farts are bad.
Wait, whoa. When did
Because-
this story
because-
turn into?
Because let me tell you something. If the fart is so bad to the point where you don't even like it, that means it's fucked.
Bad?
Guess you're not wrong there.
Oh, Bill, did I steal your joint? Never mind. I thought you were GG. Anyways, tell us about
Okay.
how you worked at Lafart.
Okay, so I was operating a skidster. Most people would call it a bobcat. And I saw this truck on my right side, and it was stopped. It had two hitches, like they kind of look like cargo, like those big cargo bins. I forgot what you call them, but it was it was a double hitch. Yeah, for like material and stuff.
Okay.
But anyways, so I stopped and I looked at the guy and he looked at me and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna carry on doing my work, right? I was just cleaning up some concrete that was like piled up, right? All of a sudden, I go forward a couple of feet. I go back a couple of feet. Boom, man, I get hit from the side. I got straight T-boned, and the whole thing tipped over. And I'm in this thing like, holy shit, I'm going down, man. Like,
how fast was the semi going?
I don't know. I didn't even see him coming. I thought he was stopped.
Really?
Yeah. Right, and then everybody on site's like, get the camera, we need evidence. And I'm like, bro, get me out of here. You know?
Cober's like,
bro, get me out of here. Right? Like, I'm stuck in this thing like a little monkey.
Yeah.
Right? And then
what?
right? So
Wait,
caged in like
hold
a
up.
little monkey.
What do you mean? That is the most random example I've ever heard in my entire
Boy,
life.
you ever like cage?
I've never
you ever
caged a
heard
monkey
of,
in my entire life.
Caged up monkeys? I
I
don't
guess
know.
so. It's an old one.
Caged up. monkey.
Sorry, it's an old reference, whatever.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
I'm not a scholar like yourself, Michael. I'm not a scholar like yourself, my man. Come on,
Hey.
Joshua.
You were giving me a lesson on the English dictionary. But anyways, so
Michael.
Where's
Right.
that phrase
I'm caged
come from?
in this-
When have you heard it? Like, when did that phrase come to you?
I don't know. I was
Caged
I don't know. I was like a kid. I don't know. I was like, you ever hear the adults talking and like when you're a kid and stuff like that, and just things pop out. I don't know.
Yeah, the N-word.
Oh yes, totally.
Hey, let's get into that. Where is your family?
Are they?
racist?
No.
I mean, we do live in Alberta. There's what, like a 70% chance.
Have you
your
ever
family's
heard-
racist, man, especially if you're white.
Just a
you ever heard your
mathematical
parents-
statistic
have you heard
on
your parents
who's
say that word
racist and
before?
who's not.
Have you ever heard your parents say that word before?
No.
No? Do you promise? I won't tell anyone.
We won't tell anybody, man. I'll cut it out of the podcast right
Whoa,
now.
dude.
I'll cut it out.
No, I'm actually serious, to be honest.
I'll turn off my mic and you can just tell me right now.
Just yours, though. Keep
No.
Cober's on.
Okay. But anyways, moral of the
You're caged like a monkey. In
yes,
the,
the moral of the story, they got me out, blah blah blah, right? And then I find out later that, like, when I backed up, I backed up in between the two hitches, and the back material bin or whatever hit me from the side. So like it wasn't even like the front of his truck. Like the guy was trying to sneak past me and he was a little too close to me. Like it was absolutely nuts.
So was it your fault or his fault then? His fault?
It was his fault. Technically he wasn't supposed to be in like our yard, whatnot, because they got warnings and stuff.
So this is why you don't smoke now, because you have PTSD. You're going to fuck up tomorrow when you wake up for work?
Yeah.
I'm not going to work tomorrow. I get my day off Sunday,
Hey, Cober's got a
What
day
are you
off.
What are you gonna do?
Yep.
What are you gonna do tomorrow, man? What are you gonna do tomorrow?
so I'm gonna watch some football.
You gonna
Got some big AFC games
Are you
tomorrow.
gonna have sex?
I don't know.
Do you like sex, Cober?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Last time.
You got very uncomfortable there.
Last time you had sex.
Oh, brother, we're getting into this now.
What was last time?
Jake, man.
What was last
that is
November
a topic I
18th.
cannot,
Hey, just
So-
tell me hot or cold if I say 2 months ago. As in
Uh,
hot as I'm close, cold as I'm not close.
it's complicated, I'd say.
He's saying lukewarm.
But
He's dipping
I've
his
been
toes in the
quiet.
water.
I've been quiet with that.
Yo,
For
he's
a
been
little
he's
while.
been on the DL,
Quiet?
man.
Yeah, I've
Are
been
you
quiet for
questioning?
that.
Are you
Wow.
questioning your sexuality in any way because of it?
No.
No. Hey man, yo, this is the safe
I'm not
space.
desperate. I'm just quiet. What are you doing?
I'm just
Yo.
seeing what you're about. I'm
Yo,
seeing
no
what you're
cap.
about.
Tony got me on Hinge. Hinge. I know you're in a happily married relationship or something.
Actually, my girlfriend's in the next room. All right.
But like,
Oh yeah, Jake. Huh?
Like-
What about that? Huh?
What do you want
I'm
to say
gonna
about
turn the
that?
tables on you.
What do you want to say about this? You ask me anything, I would. You can ask me anything, I'd answer it 100%.
I'm kidding. I'm
Exactly.
kidding.
Anyways.
We're gonna.
okay,
we're
Hinge,
gonna-
Tinder, or Bumble.
I've actually I haven't been on a long time, obviously, as I am happily in a relationship with my beautiful girlfriend.
Married.
No, we are not married. But I would say it depends what you want. If you want the hookups, Tinder is your way to go. If you, I don't know, people tend to go to Hinge to look for something more serious, but it just becomes more cringy because you give like weird facts about yourself, like obviously astrology gets a little uncomfortable when you see that shit, or
No, astrology's stupid.
or no, my favorite one is
Coworkers into it.
their political party.
Yes.
I love seeing that because it just makes it. I don't know, because you only see like Green Party or like conservative
Yeah.
a lot of the time, which is always fun. I don't know, man. Hinge is always weird people though, because there's looking to get something quick. Like this one girl, I remember she was already we went on one date, already invited me to her family, like for dinner, or already saying well, like all this stuff, and then I was just not really about it myself. So I would say Tinder is the way to go. Keep it simple.
Have you ever tried Bumble?
Bumble just weirds me out because I think girls just do the same thing. They say, "Hey, something crazy."
Yeah, it's true.
Can I see that letter?
Absolutely. Bumble is weird, man. I feel
I
like
did
you,
a-
I feel like you get the desperate in the bottom of the barrels there.
Actually,
They're the ones who
not
are like,
quite,
no
not
guy
quite.
would message me, so I have to message them now.
Exactly.
So,
I
It's laziness.
I gotta take the
man.
reins. This is 2022. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
us
I'm the
females
man.
have fucking rights now.
No comment. They always do. Don't worry about that last one. Don't worry. We are.
No, I did meet somebody on Bumble. Actually, she was not too bad.
What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Yo, let me tell you something real quick though. Let me say one thing. Let me say something. This gay guy was telling me. He asked first of all if I was bi. No, not I'm flexing, but not really, but a little bit because you know both sides are interested, which is nice to know. Anyways, he was telling me because if you ever go on Tinder and you see like sometimes like a random dude, you're like, what the hell is this guy doing on here, right?
Yeah.
They were saying so. This guy was telling me that he has some friends who obviously are also in the gay community, and they were saying that they sometimes get more success on straight Tinder, posting as like girls but actually being guys, and getting guys that are like straight but on the fence, than if they were on gay Tinder. Like, isn't that crazy? So like,
so they pretend to be a female. So,
So,
they
like, so
catfish them.
but no, they'll say they're girls, but they'll still post as guys. So it'll be like Frederick.
Oh yeah.
Or some shit, right? Say he's a guy, and then like the guy, like straight guy who's like toxic masculinity or whatever you want to picture it, is like, oh yeah, whatever. I'll swipe right on this loser.
Yeah.
Oh, he said hey. Yeah, I'll say hey right back.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to hang out. Yeah, I'll hang out with him. And then the next thing you know, they're having sex. You know what I mean? So like,
Okay, I've seen them on there. And I've always been like, you know what? They probably do have some
I've
good
seen one or
success
two.
just getting those people because it's so on the DL. Like
Absolutely.
nobody, they've like
Yeah,
nobody
that's
will find
it's
this
a classic
out.
like quarterback. You know, quarterback like in a high school movie, like quarterback's gay, having sex with like the receiver, like Aaron Hernandez. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a good documentary with his fucking CTE and everything, man.
It's crazy that he was. He wasn't even. I don't know if he was gay.
No,
to be honest with you.
the Florida Gators need to get a documentary. I've seen this meme go around forever. The
Yeah,
Florida Gators
that would
need
be
a
so
documentary on one team. They had, like
racist,
Tim Tebow, Aaron Hernandez, man, like a whole bunch of list of all these players. Were just like, oh man, there's a lot of sketchy shit going on.
Oh, and then he had that one receiver, Riley Cooper, whatever his name was, and he was a racist, which is just like icing on the cake.
Wasn't he that receiver that played for the Eagles?
He was. He played for the Eagles. Yeah, no more. R.I.P. Eagles also as well. But no, Aaron Hernandez. He wasn't even gay. I think he was just like a little bi-curious. But he would always, if you watch the documentary, he always chirps. He's like, "Oh, medical."
Wait, are we talking Aaron Hernandez or Riley Cooper?
Aaron Hernandez, the tight end that killed himself.
Oh no, dude, that was more than that, man. Okay, so you know how he obviously got put in prison,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So he wanted to ensure the future for his daughter, and what happens is the only way that his daughter got all of his fortune was if he were to die or whatnot in prison, and that's why he ended up killing himself.
So was it that his girlfriend had it right now until he died?
Yeah.
Okay, I did hear about that because he was in he was found guilty, right?
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, yes, he was found
Was he?
completely.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I was about
I
to
say
say.
apparently.
His
I was
murder-
like,
I don't.
His murder
was Michael
done-
Vick
his
convicted of
murder-
dogfighting? Yeah,
Dude, his murder
not
was
apparently.
fucking
No.
Dude, he didn't even try to hide his murder. They checked his. They convicted him from his own security cameras in his house. They like, oh, he left. He had a gun. Oh, and like, how long would it take for them to get where they found the body there and back? Exact time. Walks in with the same gun with matching bullets of the body they found. Like, didn't even try.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was like during that documentary I saw it, and I was like, oh, this dude didn't even like try and cover his tracks. He was just like, fuck this, I'm above the law. Because it wasn't in the university as well too. He got away with a lot of shit where it just kind of got swept underneath the rug, which I feel like does happen with a lot of those university students.
100%. Dude, you ever seen Last Chance U? Those guys beating up chicks? Those are only the ones we've seen because it got out, bro. Think about all the times they just covered it up. Just like big time players. Like, dude, Deshaun Watson, this guy might get off and he fucking came on, like, what, 20 masseuses? Like,
Yeah, what's even happening in that? Have you guys heard any
I don't
updates on
even
that
know.
shit?
All I know is he's not going to the Dolphins anymore.
He's not going anywhere.
No. Really? Well, I don't know. How do you guys think about Tua?
Tua, I don't know, man.
I
Obviously,
like him because he's left-handed.
Yeah, he's the only left-handed quarterback in the NFL, and like, granted, he's
Love it.
first how many games he played like shit, and it was so inconsistent, and then whoever his backup was, the other lefty came in. Cody Brissett came in.
He's a lefty?
Yeah, I think so, or maybe he's a righty. I might be tripping. I don't know, but anyways, regardless though. But then they won 7 games in a row or whatever that was. So like, you can't count him out that he's not at least able to do that. Like, it's in him.
Like here's the thing. He's not going over and above, but at least he's playing his part in the team's contribution.
It's like Ryan Tannehill's contribution for the Tennessee Titans. He's not an elite quarterback necessarily, but he does the job. Same with Jimmy G. Jimmy G just does the job. It's not like an Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady situation where it's just like you just need offensive line, and then you just need like some studs out there, and like he'll get it done easy peasy lemon squeezy.
But then, what about Brian Flores getting fired?
That was a little bit of a shock to me, to be honest. I thought the Dolphins handled themselves pretty well this year. But like everybody's
Dolphins
getting
head coach,
fired
is that who that
left and
was?
right, man. Everybody was getting left.
Yeah,
fired
Raiders
left and right.
are getting. I guess they never really filled the position. They just had the interim coach come in.
But he got fired as well.
He got fired, or was it? I thought it was just a situation where.
Mike Haymick or something. Is that his name? Mike Haymick?
The guy came in for the Raiders?
Yeah.
I think so. A bald dude?
Yeah, him, the Texans coach, Vic Fangio, and then Brian Flores. I think like there was just a bunch of big names getting fired.
Man.
Do you guys think there's any be like sleeper teams next year where it's like they didn't perform? Obviously, they didn't make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But you think they actually might excel next year? Like, one that comes to my mind is obviously the Indianapolis Colts, because I think they were a playoff team. I think the card just didn't really, like, they would have put up a better game than half the teams last week.
Yeah.
But like, do you guys see any teams like that?
Yes.
Denver.
Thank
you.
They don't even have a fucking quarterback. Who's their quarterback? Drew Lock?
Ready?
Come on.
Ready?
Teddy.
The Washington football team will be a very good team next year. I'll put money on it right now. I'll say they'll get a quarterback like Russell Wilson, and they'll get some games.
See, that's what Tyler and I said going into this season when they had
Their defense is stellar, man.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, they had one of the best defenses 2 years ago. So me and Tyler are just like, well, they got Fitzpatrick. They're like, well, that's a quarterback that can sling the rock and get you some offense at the end of the day. Yeah. And then obviously they still had one of the best defenses in the league still going into this year. But then for some reason everything didn't come together for them this year. Obviously Chase Young going down with injury didn't help.
Yeah, that sucks.
No. See, we're talking about the NFL, and some of the viewers out there may not know about these NFL teams, but so we'll educate them about people you're hearing about right now. We've all played football before, and including the man to my left, some people may look at him and not think he's played football before. But
Thanks, Jake.
He's retired. He's coming off a big
But
end.
hey, would you say if you were to strap it on right now, you'd still be as good as you once were?
Right now, at the specific.
Would you?
moment?
First of all, let's start with this question: are you good at football?
100%.
100% respect.
100%.
All right, now we got that.
Well, it's all relative.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
I just want to see where he stood himself.
What's your base number for like being good at football?
If you were on Madden,
Base number.
if you were on
like, what's your
Madden, if you were on Madden, CJFL relative, not NFL relative. If you were on Madden, you know what I mean, like CJFL relative, like overall rating. What would your overall rating be at your peak?
Oh.
CJFL Madden. What would your overall rating be at your peak?
That's a good one,
Interesting
Jake.
question, actually.
Okay. Because I'm thinking
Like 97, man. Easy.
in the
For
CJ
you?
in the
Or me?
CJFL, like like over CJFL, I don't know.
I'd have to give myself like an 86.
Respect. That's a respectable number. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually respect that number a lot. I don't know.
85, 86?
This past year is definitely.
Wait, can we
my
give
best
each
year.
other our numbers?
Yes, that'd be even better. Let's first of all, we'll all do our own first, then we'll do each other's. Okay. So what did you say? 97.
No, I would say I would be
at your peak. Honestly, at your peak.
89.
Respect. At your peak.
I'd be a little more generous to you, to be honest.
We can do that later. Boost my
You say
A little later.
You say 86 at your peak. I'm saying this year at my peak, which was in the Wildcats. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I'd probably say. So I'll rate Lucas Howe first. Okay.
Okay.
Because he's a good friend of mine. Shout out Lucas Howe.
He's a fucking stud.
I love
Shout
you.
out, Lukey.
Shout out for stealing my fucking number, bro.
Yeah, MVP Lucas Howe. He wore it proud. I would give Lucas Howe probably around because of the touchdowns, I'd give him like a 93.
That's what I was thinking.
A 93. And then so he's like Mike Evans, and I'd say I'm like the Chris Godwin because I had more catches than Lucas Howe this year. Fun fact for people who don't know that out there. And
Check the stats, bro.
so I give myself at least a 90 just based off of that because I was number 5 in the league for receiving as well. And so yeah, I'll give myself a 90 for people that don't know at home.
That's interesting.
It's respectable. You didn't watch that much this year. It was a good year for your boy. Anyways, so
what would you give yourself again?
a 90. I would say I'm a 90, respectably. Just because Lucas Howe did have a lot more touchdowns than I did, but I still had 3 touchdowns. So, right there. Anyways.
There you go.
Okay. What would you give Jake?
Oh, man.
He didn't watch me this year.
It would
so it's
definitely... Yeah.
You didn't go to any games this year, Cober?
I went to the first one or two.
tough. You went to Calgary?
Did you guys go to Calgary the week
First
after?
game.
Then probably
game.
not, no.
Oh, we were about to visit.
That was my
No,
worst game, so that's okay.
Like, I got cleared for work and stuff, and I was kind of...
Actually, the Huskies was not a good game for me, but every other one was. The first 2 weeks were not good for myself.
Yeah, so I'll start off with Zeroni, actually, because I thought you had a pretty good year last year.
GG, I'll take that.
Yeah, like I'd say 92, to be honest. I'd give you a
GG.
little bit.
I appreciate
little
that
bit
because I'm
more?
about to tear yours down.
Really?
I'm gonna say for Zeroni, so before I broke his collarbone, I'd give him a.
Fuck you.
I totally forgot about that shit.
I'd give him an 85, but after I'd give him an 88. He got better.
Not bad.
Those fake punts.
It was actually.
Cober.
I lied to you. That is 100% why it went up. He's the best fake punter that I played with. 100%.
I was the worst punter, but I was the best fake punter.
Dude,
100%.
It was fun to fuck around
100%
back
catching
there, man.
rate, baby.
Absolutely. No, I had the best QBR during a 5-year career of any CGFL player. I get shit you not. Cause I was like 7 for 7 out there, man. For like 100 yards probably.
There you go.
Better than Swede.
Good old
Fuck you, Swedish. Fuck you,
suck!
Devin. Like,
Anyways, for Cober now.
I'm gonna tear yours down to a 78.
It's not bad. I did.
So
I was out for a couple of years.
So that's the thing. Like I remember you had like your rookie year where you were good, but I don't remember that rookie year because I was probably so fucked up.
okay, so I'm gonna say what year. I'm gonna
I
add
do
in.
not remember that year, man.
How do I not remember?
Yeah.
Well, it was my second or third year. That was pretty something to
I'm
forget
gonna add
about.
in what I think your peak year was, just to make it evaluated. I would say your last year was probably your peak year for yourself.
Oh,
I'd say
for
so.
me?
For you,
Yeah.
yeah.
I saw so
definitely.
you
GG.
for your first year. It was definitely your peak year. That's because he's got little injuries too. That's okay. I would say for that first year, for a rookie rating, I actually agree with a 78. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, I'll say I'll be nice. I'll say a 79.
Oh. one up.
79.
Yeah. Injuries did fuck you over though, Cober.
Dude.
I'll give you that, man. Injuries suck at the end of the day. Okay, I'd give Jake. I think you were right in the ballpark. Like with 88, 89, 90 in that area where your comparison with Mike Evans to Chris Godwin was right.
Oh.
Thank you.
I love coming on a podcast and talking about ourselves.
Thank you. So was that Was that your rating? Was that your rating?
Approximately, yeah.
89.
Yeah, I'll give you an 80.
What'd you give Cole?
I 99.
I'd
99 overall.
I'd give Cole a 93.
87. 87.
Oh, shit, man. You got those numbers backwards.
73. No.
No,
Maybe-
Cole
maybe
would be
the
in the
speed rating.
Cole would be in the low 90s.
QB pressures is his X factor trait for sure.
Absolutely. X factors are a cheat code.
He's like
man.
Vita Vea. Knows not a lot of sacks, but he gets there.
Let's hear about some rage stories in Madden. Also, we're coming on this podcast. It was clarified last episode who the worst Madden player is by Jake and I. But I want your perspective on this. Who do you think is one of the worst Madden players you ever played against? In like that we would know of.
Oh yeah, I think you know what I'm about to say.
I think we all.
I think you know what I'm about to say.
We've all said the same person.
All right, I'm gonna nominate him right now. Chase LaRose.
Jason Rose, that's almost a clean sweep, my friend.
I'm sorry, Chase. I had to do it.
Chase,
You suck at Madden, man.
Chase.
I love you, but you suck.
quit working out and just start playing Madden, buddy. It's not gonna help you otherwise.
Yo, get on your grind out there, man.
Oh
Oh,
man.
man.
Maybe he should join the franchise with us.
No, that'd be too easy, man. You can't do that to him.
Aw.
He lost to Seabass.
Oh God.
What?
Madden.
What?
He lost to
Who is
Seabass.
this to Seabass, man?
No, I
No.
feel like Seabass is like hardcore
Seabass
Madden
might
player.
just, like, honestly
I
go
feel like
home.
he would light me up in a Madden game.
I feel like Seabass. You know what I'm about to say. Seabass. You know the truth here, Seabass.
Yeah, I wonder if Seabass watches these podcasts.
Seabass.
He'd be somebody who watches it.
Seabass. Wasn't
There you
me.
go. Oh shit.
Cober, what are you doing, bro, man?
I gotta say that on the live stream.
Say it already. Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
Nah,
What are
you
you
know
about to say,
what you've done, Seabass. And if you know, I know your secret, Seabass. All right, we all do.
We all do, man. We
Uh,
all do.
I'm kind of oblivious to that.
That's all I gotta say, Seabass. Anyways, Seabass is gone. Apparently, he's apparently going on to bigger and better things. Congratulations.
What's he doing?
He is going.
Huskies?
You know,
Oh no, I heard about this.
he wants to kick for the Bisons or the Dinos. He was telling me the other day, respectively.
So he's become their equipment manager and then slowly slide into the practice roster and then slowly have the ability to miss 4 field goals in a row in one season after 5 years of being there.
He's gonna pull a little wildcat on him. he's gonna pull a wildcat on him.
Yoinkers.
Seabass, you dirty dog. Is that what you did? To us?
Congratulations.
Is that what you said? Oh, I'll just be a equipment manager. Next thing you know, he's kicking in the biggest game of our season.
Yo, he finessed his way onto the fucking field, eh?
You know what he said to me when he missed that kick against Manitoba?
What?
He said, "Oh, I'm not even mad about missing the kick. I'm just mad about what they said to me." I'm like, "What?"
What did they say to him?
Well, they're just like, "You suck," because he missed the kick to win the game. What's this guy
Bro,
doing?
you can come on. Yo, man, this ain't no fucking...
You guys gaming?
This ain't no news station, bro. I'm smoking. This ain't professional, bro. You can come on and grab your
Yay.
shit.
I couldn't imagine waking up to Zeroni on my TV screen every morning. But it would be some pretty sick news.
All right, real talk. Let's get down to the real.
Ah, the smoke went in my eye.
Let's get down to the real questions right now. Who'd win a fight, me or you?
Definitely me, man.
No,
In the
no,
last
no,
30
no,
seconds
no, no,
of a
no.
boxing match against
I don't
Nico.
know. Low-key,
Maybe
Jake, you may have a higher football rating, but I think Cober would kick your ass.
Maybe at your peak, but I would grab those titties and wrangle
Oh
them.
yeah, yeah.
I would be tugging whatever I can get my hands
That's
on.
your problem, man. You're grabbing my private parts.
Exactly, man. We're a street fight.
Not a chance.
This ain't no octagon.
Who grabs titties in a street fight?
If I'm trying to win it, I am. I'm grabbing your titties all night long. Yes, sir. Thank
oh
you.
my god.
Man, let me tell you, Cober.
You're not
Are
winning.
you
a
still
fight against me.
training for boxing?
Oh no.
Kinda
He's
give up
just
on
working.
It's been a while. It's been a while, man.
You guys
Yo,
training for
I've
it?
been wanting to go back into it.
Cober, I have a semi-serious question. Because I know we get deep on this conversation.
Okay.
How do you find... Because you're saying you're working like some fucking stupid 67 hours week work. Or
Yeah.
hours a
72.
week. Yeah, I'm stupid now. How do you find your work-life balance? Like, I know a lot of people who have dedicated a lot of time and they've been really struggling and hesitant to, like, put their time into all these extra hours at work, and then eventually realize it's not worth it. It's not worth that grind to an extent. But, like, I kind of want to hear your perspective on it.
You know,
Is it worth that? Ching ching.
Like,
That overtime paycheck would be fucking
it is.
nice,
It is.
man.
It is worth a lot. But like,
But all
like
you do
here's
is
the thing.
sleep.
Here's the thing, man.
77, bro. That's a long time.
What always goes through my mind about stuff like this
Can I try
is
Can I try to sip of that?
there's
I've
a
never
lot
had it
of
before.
optimistic
I've
thoughts,
never had-
right? You guys,
Sorry.
alright.
Sorry,
about that.
Cober. Start
I have a
over.
lot.
Start
Okay,
over.
okay.
Optimistic thoughts.
Yeah,
Shit, bro.
so I have a lot of optimistic thoughts about this.
The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit.
Yo, that's so fucking true, though. What the
No,
hell?
it's true, but that's
You're welcome.
nothing to do with my fucking situation.
You're welcome. Let that
Like,
guide
to
So
me,
it's
here-
sacrificing now so you can eat later.
Let that guide you.
No, to me, there's pros and cons to everything. Doesn't matter what you do, right? And the thing is that with your cons that you have, are you
delicious.
willing to deal with it for that certain extended amount of time, right? And the thing is like there's certain paths that I can take down the road that I can make a career out of.
Like what?
What I can do, or
Like what?
You know.
Just give me an example. What are you thinking down the road? Singing? You have a beautiful voice.
oh yeah,
You do,
yeah.
Cober. You should start your own podcast, man.
Sing a song. Sing a song for us.
I'm not much of a
Bum
singer.
bum ba cry every night. Bum bum. Oh, you got some super bad. Bum bum ba.
I haven't heard that song before.
You
I'm
ever,
sorry,
you ever,
Jake.
you ever seen super bad before?
You never seen Superbad before.
I don't remember.
This is a delicious drink.
Yo, it bangs, eh?
Well,
Yo, have you had a Bang energy drink before?
I have had
They
that.
bang. I wonder where the fuck they got their name from.
They do bang actually. They bang hard. I also like the best flavored one though is creamsicle rain. Creamsicle rain. I would easily be sponsored by creamsicle rain any day of the week.
Yo, Bang, we're a health podcast. You should sponsor us.
If that'd be the
flavor.
dude. You would die if you had a sponsor from any of those drinks. Tom would die.
Tommy's addicted to it.
I know.
Tom, granted, we all have I have
These
a
are
caffeine addiction. I have 2 cups of coffee a day with a pre-workout, but Tommy has an energy drink a day. Like, that can't be good for you, I feel like.
My uncle says he does that instead of coffee, and he takes a piss and a shit every morning before 11:30 because of it. I guess it's the same with coffee though. People take shits all the time because of coffee.
Yeah, I remember
I
I worked
don't
at the
drink
golf course.
coffee.
Every time I'd finish on the 6th hole of my morning job, I would take a good morning shit.
Why don't you like coffee?
I just don't drink it.
Why not?
But then so that
like-
is that because you don't like it?
Like I'll have one every once in a while. Like don't get me wrong. Like maybe once a month or something like that. But I don't really.
do you take caffeine a lot though?
No,
Oh wow.
no.
You were saying you enjoy energy drinks.
I never said that. He
Oh,
did.
Sorry. I'm
Probably
sorry.
me,
We're talking.
man. Probably me.
Hey,
I don't even drink.
I love
Those
that.
are very unhealthy for you, man. I do not drink.
There's 0
stuff like
sugar
that.
in it.
You know what's unhealthy for
Just
you?
'cause it doesn't have any sugar.
You know what's unhealthy for you?
Abstinence.
What's unhealthy for you?
Fast food.
Yeah, there's a lot of salt in it. Doesn't mean I'm gonna have one a day before 11:30.
You stupid motherfucker.
What is better on a Saturday night? A nice taco or a nice donair?
Donair. Yo, shout out Vegas Donair. You're the fucking place to go to, people. Go to Vegas Donair.
I'm gonna have to agree with Ron on that one. I'll take a donair any day of the
Absolutely.
week.
Any
tough.
day.
So you're saying like, oh man, that's tough.
But here's the thing, man. You can
I
never
do
have a donair like it can never be an on-the-go
no
thing, man. It always has to
Taco
be
Tuesday.
like
Delicious.
Taco Bell.
maybe Taco Tuesdays. You can do that kind of stuff.
Taco
but-
Bell bangs. Do you guys realize, like,
I love
I don't know,
it
for
outside.
myself, I've noticed this, but the older you get, I'm now at a place where I now realize I can't eat fast food all that too much because I just feel like shit.
The funny thing is, I started eating like nice, and then I feel like very light. I'm like, oh, it's a very different feeling. I kind of
Yeah.
enjoy it. But then again, it's just very cheap, and it's very hard to find healthy food on the go. So it looks like it's Subway, but then Subway, I'm getting Italian BMT every single time.
Yo, apparently their bread is actually classified as a cake because there's not a sugar in it.
The sugar content.
With the sugar content.
It's
and
not
the
actually
Subway bread?
classified as bread.
Yes.
Oh my god!
So you're eating
I never.
cake.
When your ass think you being healthy again, when you think you're Mark or whoever the fucking Subway guy was that became a pedophile,
Yep.
whenever you think you're him and you're gonna be dropping weight, really, you're just eating a whole bunch of motherfucking cake out there.
What bread do you get?
Oh.
Well, I guess cake. What's your go-to
Oh.
cake? for Subway?
Oh, dude, it has to be the Italian herbs and cheese, man.
I know that was me too.
That's what I'm saying.
That was me too.
That with a
that
steak
shit,
and
fucker.
cheese, my
Nah,
guy.
Italian
Come on.
BM.
and then I found flatbread. People out there that know, flatbread is like a spongy thing, and it slops up all of the sauce. It is the best thing. I've never went back.
Really?
It's
Never
messy,
went
though.
back.
It's messy, man.
See, I thought
don't like
flatbread would
it.
be the opposite, where it repels all the sauces
Oh.
and just makes it all messy.
When they put it
No,
in
but it breaks
when they
apart
put
so
it in
easy.
the oven, whatever the thing is, it gets all like that's when it gets all soft and so nice. It's the best thing to get out there. It reminds me of the bread from Opa, which is also very good, but that's another story. You guys ever had Opa before?
I've had Opa a couple of
No,
times.
it's
actually
Opa.
really good.
Opa's a Greek.
Oh, the Greek one.
Yes, I'm a Greek. I've had it 2 years ago for the first time, and it tastes very similar. I've never had that type of pita in a family dinner, but very, very good. I do endorse Opa.
Have,
being
The
Greek.
Greek god J.K.
For Greek individual, have you heard about the potential theory of how Greek mythology and how, like, Greek...
The deities.
Yeah, like, they basically built the foundation for the Western world that we live on, like democracy, mathematics, all that good stuff. Have you heard about the theory of how these Greek gods would go to a certain city, and they would do psychedelics, and they would meet the gods after doing these psychedelic sessions, and would come back to society with all these new perspectives and beliefs to implement in society, such as democracy and all the advancements that they brought to society.
So you're saying that all of these crazy things that we have instilled within our societies because of psychedelics?
Yes. And then, so there,
That goes deep, man.
to continue on more forward, when the Roman Empire came and took over Greece, they adopted these traditions because they're like, well, these individuals are so far more advanced and they have a different perspective, and this works. Can we adopt this into our culture? So then the Roman Empire adopted all these beliefs into their culture, which then became Christianity and like the Western world. And essentially the comparison is this one individual, I forget the fucker's name. He decoded all these Latin scriptures that talk about this psychedelic brew, aka the wine, aka Jesus' blood that people drink. And along with the bread, so it's like wine and bread, is the symbolism in Catholic religion or Christian religion, whatever it is. And basically, in the bread, there's this ergot, which is a psychedelic compound. If eaten, can like cause these hallucinations. So it's like with that, with like a psilocybin wine.
Oh,
and like
wow.
that's like the symbolism comparison.
That's crazy.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. when it
That
comes to
is
the
nuts.
origin of everything.
You really went into that one.
You know where that theory came from? A guy that did a lot of psychedelics.
See, this motherfucker. Yo, the individual
He was
who's
eating that bread, man.
like, yo. Yo, this motherfucker, literally, the epilogue. He says, I have never done psychedelics before.
And that's how you know he has.
Yeah,
And that's how
he's
you know
accusing
he
all
has.
these people of being on drugs.
And that's how you know he has. By the way, I have not done this. I know you're all gonna say I have. I have not.
I've not done psychedelics. I've just done an insane amount of
That's
crack
what someone
cocaine.
that's what a serial killer says when they know that he's a serial killer.
Yeah.
Hey,
I didn't do it.
You
I
kill
didn't
those
do
guys. No, I did not.
I had a first date a few weeks back, and during it was like an online one. She's like, "Oh, let's video chat," and I was like, "Fuck."
Hold up.
A date online?
It was weird.
What'd you
And
guys even? Okay, wait.
Yeah, you're telling me.
What would you guys do?
We just talked. Granted, she had like her titties out, so I was just.
What?
But like, anyways, though.
You didn't make me spit my drink out.
But I was at a point where I was, yeah, no shit. I went into my drawer. I pulled out this huge knife that Tommy bought me. It's actually like
Wow.
a throwing axe.
How did the conversation get to this?
It's
right here.
He's like running around the house with his phone in one hand and the knife in the other.
I was showing her.
Come on,
I was
dude.
showing her the weapon I would murder her with.
Oh,
You didn't say that, did you?
My
You did that! Oh my god, what
now
a
we're
good...
into some kinky shit.
Hey, this is the shit out of Birdie. And then I dropped
got
on.
kinky?
I
Yeah, some of
dropped
this
the
shit.
fucking thing
What are we-
on my finger, and I sliced my finger the fuck open. It was bleeding for
Oh my
like 2
God.
days straight afterwards.
Okay,
That is
can I hold you on this one?
Yeah,
Jake, what do you mean kink? Okay, he's got a knife.
Oh, but
Like, what kind of kink? Like necrophilia?
No, but she's saying, but
Like,
no.
is that what we're talking about
When you
here?
bleed. Bleed
Fir-
on me.
First you hear her
Let me take your
titties.
virginity.
First you hear her titties are out. Next thing you hear, I pull out my knife that I'm gonna kill you with. I'm thinking this is some kinky. Come over here. What if you? This is how the conversation went. This is how exactly the conversation went. You should come over. I don't know. You may kill me. Yeah, with this knife, I'm gonna kill you. That's exactly how it got to that conversation. And then she came over. Did it work?
She didn't actually come over.
I'm just gonna say, don't look in the backyard.
Yeah.
My mind went sideways on that one.
And
It's
cut.
like, what the hell does a backyard have to do with this shit?
Hey. Well, the body's buried.
He buried the body in the backyard.
I got that now.
Buried the body in the backyard, man. For fuck's sakes.
To my
What else-
credit,
what
I
else
did
does that
secure
mean?
a second date.
Okay.
I thought they were playing in the backyard, right? That's where my mind went.
Is it also gonna be online?
Oh yeah, that's why I bailed on the second date. 'Cause it was
Oh.
online again. I was like, oh no.
But like that's not even a
Aw,
date,
bro.
man. That's like a FaceTime.
Literally.
Oh man,
Like,
dude,
you're like
talk
eating
about
food
weird.
during that. You know what I mean?
We had drinks.
Oh, fair enough.
So it's like we were supposed to hang out and go for drinks, but in the last minute, cause like well, I mean, fuck it, I don't think she listens to the goddamn podcast. So I got shot.
There's bullets.
Anyways,
There's shots going off.
she was diabetic, so she's like, oh, I'm kind of scared of COVID, and like I don't really. I was like, okay, that's fair. We can just do it online, whatever. We don't have to go out and meet each other in public.
Nice guy Zeroni over here.
Yeah, nice guy Zeroni. Granted, I did use that to bail on my second date, and then I also used that to not rebook the second date. But anyway,
If you're listening out there,
yeah,
sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a dick.
What's her name?
Ooh.
Ouch.
Anyways.
Cheers.
I'll mute my
Virtual dates
mic,
are
I'll
weird
mute
though,
my mic.
man. They're kind of like awkward.
What?
Virtual dates.
They're not real dates. They're just people. Like, I would almost be
I
like,
don't know if I would.
man.
So
Like,
weird.
Like, just FaceTiming is probably just a normal thing that everybody does. I feel like just like.
when I think of FaceTime, I think of my grandma.
What are you
know,
gonna
that's
do?
how I
Like,
talk
are you
to
gonna make yourself dinner and then she makes herself dinner and then you guys eat
Maybe.
and talk? Like, what did you guys do?
Well, okay. How do you guys
have sex over FaceTime?
once again?
Cerrone's just banging his phone.
Dude, that makes me cringe even thinking about it.
Thank God I have an outlet for my headphones on this.
Oh my Lanta.
Cober, how do you? Because Jake's irrelevant to this.
I
How do you feel like that in today's society? Like, granted, there are still a lot of opportunities to attract females in person, but with it being so online now, how do you feel about that?
I feel like it
I guess
is.
Jake could answer this as well.
I feel like it's quite
But-
an obstacle, to be honest.
I was with it for a year, man. Brittany and I almost did it for a year, but there's been a year prior during COVID where I was about that life, and it was just I don't know. It's like it's actually kind of funny like when they take off their mask like for the first time you're like, oh, you know what I mean? You're kind of like, oh, okay.
That's what you look
Like you almost picture it differently. I almost picture it differently every single time before they take off their mask. Like even at work, I like since I started and I don't work there. I work the other place.
You avoid that first. How many times you brought up stories like someplace I don't work right now?
Yeah, I don't work there at all. I lost my job recently because of this. Anyways,
Did you?
No, I work there literally tomorrow.
I'm like, damn, yo. All right, P, for you lose the job of the podcast.
I completely,
My apologies.
That'd be tough.
completely forgot where I was going because I said the thing out.
For legal reasons, I could take it out.
All right, hey. I had nothing to say right now.
Fuck.
I can't believe that.
Starstruck. Eh?
What was I even saying before?
You said you had. You said
Online
you had this crazy
relationships.
story at work because you got fired from it, but you didn't really get fired. From
Oh,
it?
thank God Cober listens.
I don't know what. I got so scared from saying the thing out loud.
How do you get? You got scared?
Yes, because I said my work's name out loud.
Why would you do that?
You said yours too.
I'm still.
At the very
My job's all good.
At the very beginning of the podcast as well, too.
No, I got into an accident. I mean,
Hey, speaking of your job.
me-
Speaking of your job.
Lafart.
So we were talking about the give and take earlier, right? In regards to your life. How
Yes.
about your body? Is your body taking a physical damage to the life of this job?
Oh man, I mean like.
What about your eyes?
I'd say.
If you can't see, if you're only listening to this right now, if you're only listening, I was waiting.
wondering where this kid was going.
I was waiting for this to be brought up later on. So
Yeah.
if you're only listening to this and not watching, Cober looks kind of like a little bit like Jack Sparrow-y, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know,
Jack Sparrow, huh?
So to explain,
First it's Edward Cullen, now it's Jack Sparrow.
so explain to us exactly, because you only said like one thing, but explain to us exactly what happens that makes your eyes look like the smoky eye look.
Okay, so our plant gets very dusty,
Yes, sir.
and I walk around in it all day.
But don't you have eye protection?
Oh, I have safety glasses.
So,
and
but
a
like, how does
respirator.
it not like
Well, like,
protect?
I mean, you know how you have that little gap sometimes.
Like
you know,
under-
and
underneath?
Dust gets everywhere, man.
What about goggles? You ever thought about goggles?
Never really had a topic discussed about it. I could probably
What,
bring it up.
what about now? What about now? Why would you
Well-
not make the switch for your eyes to stop looking like this? Or
I
do you
don't
like the
know,
look?
Man. I just
It
never,
doesn't look bad, you
Okay,
know?
thanks.
It's definitely a conversation starter.
It's just silica dust. But
What is
Hey,
that?
girl, I like your eyes.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. She's
Yeah.
like, we use the same shit.
she uses concrete dust.
So
make
like,
her eyes
so
nice
like
and pretty.
what gets in your eyes that makes it look mystic? You know
Well,
what
like,
I mean?
here's the thing. It gets all over my face, right?
Yeah.
I can't control it. Doesn't really do, like, I just can't, like, right?
Yeah.
So, whenever I go home and take my shower, right, and I wipe off my face, I just got this big black line around my eyes, man, and it's there. Like, what am I going to do? Like, strand on my eyelashes? I'm not trying to take my eyelashes out, man, because that would look even weirder. You know?
Nope,
No.
you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
I am not ripping these eyelashes out. You can forget it, bro. That's like shaving my eyebrows.
Dude, I think that's
why,
gonna be that's
why
gonna
don't
be
you
the
just wash
laws.
your eyelids?
And trust me, man. If you
Yeah, what about the eye wash station? You ever seen them in the science classes? The eye wash station. You got one of those.
Dude, I'm
you
not
have to have one
going
of those.
that hardcore, man.
But you gotta save your
You
eyes.
have very soft
man.
eyes, Cober.
I do.
Okay.
But it's.
Yeah, if you stared in my eyes
Man,
for long enough, I would fuck you.
Okay. You don't have to
Talk
do,
about your topic of gay sex earlier.
you don't have to. You don't have to do this to yourself. Your eyes can be normal.
No. I mean, like, it just happens. Like, I mean, like, it doesn't matter what happens because sometimes you take them off to wipe them off, right? And then, boom, that layer's already on your face and there's nothing you can do about it to get away from it.
How long do you think you'll have this job for? 'Cause
Uh,
we're talking about
I
planting
don't
that
know.
seed. When are you gonna eat that fruit, brother?
Yeah, man. When's that mango
When do you
growing?
eat? When do you
Ah,
eat that
dude,
mango?
it's hard to
Pineapple
call.
takes 2 years to grow, my friend.
No way.
It depends
Yes,
on
it
how.
does. It's a
It
true
takes 2
fact.
years?
It's a true fact. My family went to the Dole plantation.
Yo, Jamie,
in
pull that
Hawaii.
up.
Yeah.
Because, like, dude, here's
It
the
does take
thing:
2
is
years.
the more
Go on.
the more I grow and learn, it all depends, right? Like, things could change in the near future. I
Learn
never
and grow
know.
in what way, my friend?
Like, well, just with my career and stuff like that. Like,
Life
I
in
want to
general.
actually progress. You know, maybe there might be another spot somewhere else in that division that I could possibly go to. Yeah, some way, somehow, right? Like, I haven't really looked into it, but
What's
I'm just kind of riding it now because I'm still fairly young, I guess we can call ourselves young, right?
That's what I'm saying. Are you want to stay in this field, or you want to transgress somewhere else? You know, migrate.
It's hard,
You're
man.
semen somewhere else.
It's hard to
Players.
say.
It's hard to say. I don't know. You're just
Very
riding,
hard to
riding
say.
that money train right now.
Yeah,
Like, are you
exactly.
wanting
I'm
to,
riding
like-
the money train right
Like,
now.
get into like management, perhaps, or potentially take your
Yeah.
skills elsewhere to build your own thing.
So you
Could
bought.
be fairly.
Is this a rental house you guys live in, or is this a purchase home?
Wait, what are you talking
Fuck
about?
are you talking
The one
about?
the home that you and Brett live in right now.
Oh, no, he bought it.
Are you little
He
Brett?
bought it. Yeah.
Gang.
Yeah.
Gang, and they
Wait,
got the
you know
most.
who that is?
What?
You guys, is he with Brett?
Probably. I think
Yeah.
Brett's been
Plays
here
on the
before.
football team?
No, not that Brett.
Probably not.
No.
But,
No, not that Brett.
not the,
That'd be a
No.
crazy ass Brett to live with, man.
he probably,
That'd be a crazy motherfucker to live with, bro. That guy's crazy as shit.
no way, man. That kid's humble as hell.
Yeah, but he's like Cole.
Humble.
I'd say he's a little,
Is he psycho? Oh, he sucks. Jake, you said he sucks? Is that what you said? Anyways.
Anyways,
I love you,
besides the
Brett.
point.
You're a great
But-
man. You're a great man.
That is true.
Just
Brett's
not
one of the
good at
best
football.
people or individuals I know.
You're just not good at football. That's okay. That's okay.
Smart
I
kid,
will.
though.
Yo, Brett, from where he was his first year to his final year, though, like total 180.
Oh, 100%.
Not 360 though.
This guy, bro, he's ruthless.
I love you, Brett.
Every time he comes on, he just name drops like a motherfucker.
No.
Coach
Yeah,
Brant-
he's even
Coach
like-
Branting.
That's why.
He's even calling on his job and shit.
That's why I feel bad for doing this because you're a good guy and I actually do like you, Brett. You have a great career.
It's just fun to talk shit sometimes.
It is.
You
And
gotta blow the
and
steam a little
I'll
bit.
say Ryan.
I got no shit.
I'll
to
say
talk
Ryan
to.
Branton because kids, man.
Yeah, people who are like, especially in our age, when you're dealing with 18 to like 23-year-olds, it's such like a learning curve. In life.
I don't know. I feel like on the just on the team, I just had to deal with so much more than a player should. You know, you're just like, oh, you know, I smell like I just smell Cat Morgan's. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what's today gonna be like? Are we gonna be yelled at for no reason just because he wants to be an intimidating coach, or are we gonna actually be taught something? Are we gonna ask for the play and him be like, oh, 𝐂𝐎𝐍𝐄𝐃, you know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. It's just definitely annoying when you don't have that good type of
Support.
coaching, and then they ask us what are we doing wrong, you know? So
Although, shout out to Tishka for getting fucked up for.
hey, Tishka,
Oh,
yeah.
dude, that was.
Yeah, I should get Tishka on the podcast.
Oh my god, I was
Get him.
Tishka.
Let's get him Darcy Park and
Yeah, literally.
Oh, dude, one time I was
Whole
going
Wildcat
hype
football
because
organization.
Lukey Howe juked out number 15. He was a white DB. He's friends with Tony, Spaz.
Brandon Mueller. Mueller.
Different
Mueller.
last name, almost.
Mueller?
I don't know.
Mueller.
But we know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyways.
The psycho kid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Lukey juked
psycho
out,
kid,
and I was
fuck.
going hype in the game, watching film with Dobko. Second year, I'm just like I don't know. I'm a little shit. I'm going crazy, and then Tishka's like, he's like, be quiet up there. And I said, no, you be quiet down there. This is a sick ass play. And then he comes up and he goes, looks at me, he goes, are we done? I was like, yeah. Fast forward a year later, this boy is passed the fuck out on a.
Like in the middle of the aisle.
No, ready? This is him. So he's like this, and then like the stewardess is like trying to like push him, and he's just like he's a grown ass man, so he's just like all dead weight, and then Sammy's like, hey, come on, hey, Tish, come on. He's like pulling.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know what happened. I was okay. So I was standing outside the plane, right?
Luke started knocking on that plane.
And then all of a sudden I see second year in a row.
He was right behind me. Anyways, go on.
So right, I get off the plane, right, and I'm waiting for other people, right, and all of a sudden I see this guy just stumbling down the fucking ramp, dude, and I'm like, holy shit,
No,
man.
dude, this guy was
What
laying
is
the
going
luggage
on
cart.
here?
Dude, the luggage cart. He was just laying like this on it, literally like this, like backwards on, like this is like Bevan
That's
New Edmonton. He was laying
'Cause
like
he had,
this
like,
on it.
Because I think he had like 3 or 4 beers.
No.
on flight.
Okay, I'm not gonna name the coach that told me this, but they said that he like is like doesn't do well with flying, so he took like some type of like a pill to do with every type of motion sickness,
Oh.
and then you obviously can't mix
like a Tom almost.
whatever. I think it's probably like over the counter type shit, and you obviously can't drink liquor with that.
Yeah,
and he
dude.
did. I think he only had like 1 or 2 beers. Like this is what the coach told me.
That's what I heard.
And then he was just fucked. Like passed the fuck out. Like just
Yeah,
done.
because first of all, you're not supposed to mix your liquor with your medicine.
Especially
Second of all, having 1 beer on the ground is like having like 3 or 4 in the air.
Yo, true. And then once
So, like, if
we
you have-
climbed, he got more.
So if
fucked
you
up.
have 2 pints of beer, that's like having like 12 beers.
Yeah.
You know, like that's.
I remember
crazy. That's when
before we were on the plane, because he was wheeled in with a wheelchair on the plane. And I remember, like, everybody at this point talking about it, and, like, I kind of feel bad for the guy. And then I remember I made eye contact with him, and for, like, 3 seconds, like, me and him just shared a moment. And I remember him just looking at me being like...
This is the
That's
end of me,
wild,
man.
And I was just like,
This is the end of me.
oh, GG, man. Like, you're done.
But dude, I'd always be
we had
pissed.
one of the best games that we played after,
I
though.
know.
Maybe we needed that type of distraction to fucking have some
we
fun.
know a little bit
needed
about-
that our last game when we lost to Winnipeg in the playoffs.
Yeah, you guys
That
are-
one hurt the most. But our team was dysfunctional, man. That was just, I don't know. We played the same day we left. You know, the last time we did that, we lost. Last time
Yeah,
we
that
won.
was just, I was talking to Milf about that before you guys went. I was like,
Last
that's
time we
stupid.
won in Winnipeg, we stayed the night over.
Yeah.
It hurts so much just that this shit keeps on going on, man. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's easily avoidable things that can help your team.
It's
It's little micromanaging things that the good teams do.
Yeah.
That's why they win. You look at the best team in the fucking league for out. This is their worst year, and still, man, they made it to the fucking Natty. No, they lost. No, yeah, they
lost.
They made it to the national.
Saskatoon?
No. They lost to Langley, then Langley beat the Beefeaters in the Natty.
Yeah.
So they lost in the
Yes.
in the like whatever semifinals to go to it. But still, that was their worst year. But look how good they've been. They played their coach's highlight tape speech for our game against them. That's how good they are.
Yeah, I always talked about that, man. That's so weird. That was one of the most cringy moments of my Wildcats
And then
career.
the O-line's dad came in, started talking about, I have throat cancer, and we're like, what, bro? Who are you, man?
Sadly, he was better than Parks for him.
And then Park was like, yeah, it was probably a bad idea to let him in and try to hype you guys up. And I'm like, no shit. It was the biggest game of the year. Our playoff game.
Finally, playoffs, first time in 5 years, too, man. Shit.
It's almost like comical, bro. Like, when someone says, like, so-and-so needs to go, it's like, shut up, man.
Yeah.
No, like, he's not. All right?
So I was talking to an individual who I work with who plays CFL.
Sure.
So he plays CFL for the Lions, and then he comes back and works at, I won't say my place I work at because you guys all fucked up, and I'm like, I won't say my place I work at.
Respect.
Anyways.
From our mistakes.
Won't be like Mr.
But like
Name
me and him were
Drop over
talking
here.
about, and like just the networking that like the Wildcats don't have, because this individual played for the Huskies, and the Huskies offensive coordinator, and he was defense, like the player was defense. The offensive coordinator knew people on the BC Lions, and was literally just like, yeah, I'll give you an opportunity to go try out for them.
That's
And
okay.
like he had those connections to get him a tryout. Where with like the Wildcats, they don't have those connections. So it's like all these players who are actually destined to go next level, I feel like hesitate going to the Wildcats because the Wildcats don't have that networking ability. They don't have those connections with people. Like I think the Wildcats only have connections to like Manitoba or something like
Well,
that.
they have like that.
Like the Huskies
U
head
of A,
coach,
though.
the Huskies head coach got me my like ability to go out east.
Mm-hmm.
Like McLean did that for me. It wasn't the Wildcats,
Yeah.
you know. So
I know it's just tough. The people that there's a lot of promises made this year that they didn't fulfill. But that was just all year. This year was very disappointing. This year was just dumb, man. I
hear you, man.
part of me wished I didn't come back, but I'm also happy I did. You know, just for my last year with my friends. But we'll see what happens coming forward.
Heinrich summed it up best for me actually. Wildcats. He said during his 2 years there, he made friendships with individuals. He'll have friends for the rest of his life.
Fuck you, Matt. I don't know why you hate me. I don't know what I did to you. I don't even know what I
No,
did
he
to
doesn't
you.
hate you. He thinks you hate him.
No,
And then he's always like, "Why does Jake hate me, bro?
No,
I did
but-
nothing wrong."
No, you always been very rude to me. So, like one time he came up to you and just said, I was like, man, I stopped myself so hard from beating the shit out of you next time I saw you. And I was like, I haven't talked to you in a year and a half.
Oh, well, I got a whole bunch of snippets I got to put together now to create this.
I know, and I was like,
you guys.
and he's like, I've heard you
guys
just
have
been
been
talking,
main stuff.
talking serious shit. And I was like, bro, like, come on, man. I said, everyone talks shit when someone leaves to the Huskies, of course. Like, everyone. Sam Jones, hello, everyone. But, dude, like, seriously.
Don't even get me started.
Like, it's,
We could get you started, Cober.
Don't get me started. Don't get
Sammy
me
boy?
started.
Sam Jones is the funniest guy ever. I love that he blacked out, duct taped out his shirt
Oh, yeah.
and put, if only I could wear this shirt. Like on his Snapchat story, I'm like, shut up, man.
Dude, when I ran into Jack Jones, when I figured out he was playing for the Huskies, he's like, "Hey, Zeroni." I was like, "Oh, hey, Jack, how's it going?" And then his first thing he said to me was, oh, pretty good winning now. And I was like,
You ain't doing shit.
wow, bro,
Jack.
you're a fucking douchebag. And
You
a
try to
loser,
dab me up and
dude.
say, "What's up, Jake?"
Bald
After you beat me.
motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck you, Jack. Nice
So
name.
Cober, I was like, oh man, I didn't come out here to get shit.
Dude, I'm gonna get shit on because of these two.
Cober told me to say all this stuff for him.
Yeah, he literally.
I don't have beef with anybody, okay?
You abuse everybody.
Because
We're
you
your
suck.
therapist, Cober.
Because you suck.
Come on
Because
now.
you suck at football. There's one move I can do every single time and beat you with. You know what I do?
What, the stop and go?
No. Well, stop and go. Yes, but I'm
Jake,
saying
the only way that you could beat me was breaking my collarbone. Shut the fuck up.
never.
Did he break your collarbone?
He's the fucking guy who broke my collarbone.
Oh my god!
I love that now it's being
Douchebag.
now it's being turned as if I did it on purpose.
What a guy! Why would you do that?
Fucking
huh?
man.
Jump
Me and
ball.
Brady had that short side closed down for the year.
I caught
You
the
know,
ball.
here, fun fact: it only takes 7 pounds of pressure to break a collarbone.
Other fun fact, did you know the collarbone purposely breaks to save the integrity of the spine so the shockwave doesn't go into the spine? So
Oh.
it breaks so it absorbs the blow.
Oh,
So,
Evolution.
there you go. Yeah.
do you guys believe in evolution?
It's the only way it is. There's no
How
way
so?
around it. I just had a paleontology class and learned all about it, and I learned how small we are. I learned how old the Earth is and how big. They know about the meteor now. The Chickasaw Club or whatever. It's 20 kilometers long in diameter.
The one that landed in the Gulf of Mexico?
Yes, dude, it's the craziest thing. And it made a bunch of quartz. It's called split quartz or whatever. Oh man, it's actually a really good class. Paleontology is really informed.
Who's the top guy?
informative.
I'll get them on the podcast.
Oh, I forget his name. He was Irish, though. He's a really cool guy.
Heavy Irish accent.
He's a young guy too. He's got ginger hair. I forget his name though. I promise. Brittany and I had the same teacher. There's like 800 people in the paleontology class. It's all online, no lectures. It's awesome.
Really?
You learned about the world's 5.5 billion years old. You learned about how there's been 5 major mass extinctions throughout time, and that's why every single one is like a new evolution, like people that evolve. Oh, it's very, very cool.
Do you guys believe that humans are very arrogant in the perspective of that humanity will never die?
Let me ask you this question. Yes, I'll answer. I'll tell you this. Guess how long? If you were to put, I always do this fast with Brittany. If you were to put humanity, so like, okay, I'll rephrase it. The whole existence of Earth, of how long it's been around. If you were to compress it into one day, how long do you think humans would be a part of that day? In any time form at all.
10 seconds.
No, that's
Okay, wait.
okay.
When
Hold on.
we became Homo sapiens like 12,000 years ago?
When humans first evolved to become humans, and you were to put that in a day of how long Earth has been
10 seconds.
alive,
If
how
not
long
less.
how long would humans be a part of that day?
10 seconds, if not less, I'd say.
No
Maybe-
way,
maybe-
man.
maybe-
What are you
I
saying?
don't know.
Actually, because if you do the
Think about it,
math,
think about it.
right? There's 24 hours a day,
Of course.
right? There's 60 seconds to a minute. There's 3,600 seconds in a minute.
Sure. You can keep on.
Right.
Good job.
Absolutely.
Quick maths.
Man's
not hot.
All right, now tell me.
Why? Because there's
Now tell me how long humans been in
Oh,
a
dude.
24-hour day.
Think about the
You're
because
saying-
racial
dude,
comparison.
because our
Think about
world.
the racial comparison of 5.5 billion years to 12,000 years. Now compare that to 24 hours in a day.
All right.
Yeah,
what is the-
sure.
All right, now.
You'd
You're-
probably be like alive for a third of a second, a third of a millisecond.
Okay, that's what a third of a millisecond.
like, if
It's-
you want to do it mathematically,
It's almost a second. Almost 1 second humans have been apart.
Cober, you're the closest man, out of boy.
there you go.
It's almost in 1 second that humans have been a part of this planet. Fun fact.
There
for
you
the,
go.
of the day.
Third of a second. Third of
Yeah,
a
man.
millisecond.
Amniotes were the first one. There was all water on the planet. There was no real land masses yet. And then we had the first mass extinction. And then,
What was the first mass extinction? Do you remember?
I don't know what it was called. It was
Dinosaurs.
meteorite.
no. That was the third, and then the fifth.
Oh right, because they had the
So-
three the dinosaur periods. I
So
forget what they were called.
the third.
I got
The
nothing
third
wrong.
was the dawn of the dinosaurs. It was I think it was during the Cenozoic, Paleozoic, around there.
Teacher ain't
One
watching.
of the two.
I got a nice little word for you after. Go ahead.
And then that bred dinosaurs, and then another meteor came, and that bred mammals, yeah, and then another meteor came, and that's when grass came more abundant to the earth, and then humans came, and that was 50 million years ago. Here's another fun fact. This is a good one. He loves throwing fun facts at us to go ooh and ah.
Ooh.
The day one was the one. Okay, sorry, I'm burping.
Let's say you throw up or
No. Okay. It is a shorter time from the first human to the last dinosaur than it is from the last dinosaur to the first dinosaur.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Wow. So the
Because they
dinosaurs
live
were
for-
longer.
Way longer.
Yeah, because the
Almost.
last dinosaur was
like, it's
extinct
not
like
even-
How long
60
were they
million
around
years
for?
ago.
Not even close, because we're counting when there's big dinosaurs just in the water,
Which is like
right? Just in
500,
the ocean.
500 million years ago.
Like you see those stories where people are like, we found a thing that we thought was extinct so and so million years ago, but we just found it in whatever sea or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that shows how long and we know nothing about the ocean as well, which is fun. But yeah, and that is another cool fact. Dinosaurs have been around for not even close to humans at this point, but.
Yeah.
And they're saying the 6th mass extinction is currently happening right now. Mass extinctions take a long time. It takes around 3 million years sometimes, maybe more.
From the point of the last extinction to the next extinction.
From the point of the start of one extinction to the end of the same extinction.
So you're saying...
So just like the process will evolve, and then it'll hit a point where it peaks, and then it'll start to decline, and then that decline is 3 to 4 million years.
Yeah, from start to finish. They're saying the reason why the dinosaurs, it's been a little bit since I've taken this class, the reason why the dinosaurs died out is because, so the ones that didn't die from, so the meteor hit, right?
Boom.
And then all this big smoke goes so high in the air that it goes up in the atmosphere, then comes back down, comes so hard back down that it starts making its own fire. So it's almost like raining fire on all the dinosaurs. So the dinosaurs who can't hide die. And there was so much smoke surrounding that sun couldn't come in, killed all of the plant life. So there goes the herbivores. So then the big herbivores. So then what's left is small little animals that can feed off of the dinosaurs or little stuff, and it said it took 10 years until any vegetation was grown back after the extinction that killed all the dinosaurs.
Holy smokes, dude.
It's crazy,
That's cool.
man. It's
It's
crazy.
interesting to think about stuff like that.
We know, and then you look around and the hills and stuff. You're like this is crazy how this was all here, right? And how Pangea happened, and it was then it got broken off into 2 for however many million years, and then that broke off even more.
Damn.
India was with Antarctica. That was a cool fact as well. If you look, you can see how India would intersect with Antarctica.
On the Pangea map, right?
Pangea, and then when they got broken up to the lower and higher.
Yeah, look at this guy. He's astounded, man.
I'm astounded, man. That was ridiculous. It's crazy.
That's pretty cool, though. The whole
It's so
bounce
cool.
back, but
It's cool when you think about the evolution of just not even humans in general,
And
but
that-
Earth in general.
one class.
If you look at South Africa or South America, how it can connect into Africa as well too.
I always just
Right? I don't know.
Like,
It's also just crazy when you think about how the Rocky Mountains are formed by these plates coming together.
yeah.
One going under, one
So,
going over. It's just a weird concept.
When
to
the
me, man.
when the meteor
It's
hit,
crazy.
it made such a big shockwave. It was all quartz. Now it's called shocked quartz.
Yeah.
And so now you can see it all. It's green. It's all shocked. But that's where all those mountains, a lot of them come from, is from the impact of
The meteorite.
the quartz.
Really?
Yes. It's crazy. It's in Mexico. Oh, and there's another
It
place.
was in the Gulf of Mexico, right?
Yeah, and there's another place that you should check out because that place is going to be gone soon. But Burgess Shale, it's a walk in BC that he was saying. This is just unrelated to any mass extinction, but you can see where a lot of dinosaurs are found, just because it's they get easily buried and they get preserved nicely, because that's how they get compacted as soft rock that preserves them, and then hard rock goes on top, and then that's why they got all the fine shit. But yeah, and that will be gone soon too because of whatever rising sea levels. So go check that out as well. BC.
Nice.
It's a weird thing, or it's a weird idea to grasp. Just the concept that these huge dinosaurs
Oh my
literally roamed Earth.
dude! I watched
millions of
Jurassic
years
Park, And like they put kind of perspective, like they would kill everyone.
Yeah.
You couldn't tame them. They Tyrannosaurus Rex, they're like kind of like sharks. They don't eat when they're hungry, but still, man, they're eating people. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like in one bite.
That's their job. Like they're
carnivores.
filled carnivores.
Dude,
they're taking roids, man.
Dude,
They're sauced up.
Dude, velociraptors are the scariest ones. Those are the ones that jump. Those are the ones that jump up on buildings and shit, and they will eat people. No, velociraptors are very, very scary.
It's their jobs to go out and eat people.
You are
like, hey boss, I'm reporting in.
You're an
eat some
omnivore.
people.
You're omnivore, so you eat both sides, right? Herbivore and carnivore.
Cober's a compassionate omnivore.
I shouldn't. That's a new one.
He likes both sides in all aspects of life.
Not quite, guys.
That
Not quite.
eyeliner says.
Cober, how much? Okay, here's a perspective.
See,
This is not for me.
Can I bring a interesting topic up to you?
Of course.
Okay, back to the beginning of the podcast about the English dictionary.
Oh, yeah, there you go, yeah.
Michael.
No, it has nothing to do with Michael.
Okay.
Do you know the longest word in the English dictionary?
Hakuna Matata.
No. Supercalifragilistic espialidocious.
No.
Oh,
It's actually the second longest word in the dictionary. It's 42 letters in it. Okay? Just 'cause I that might have like 60 letters.
All
All right,
Yeah.
say it.
You ready? You sure you ready?
Yes.
Ready? Okay. Pneumona ultramicroscopic 𝐂𝐿𝐴𝐄𝐄𝐄𝐄.
What does it mean?
Okay, I
It's,
think that's the end of the pod. No, I'm just kidding.
Speaking of,
Yeah, look it up.